May profits be upon you. I'm taking a look at USDCAD. Now, there's some nuance here. So I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can. First, let's take a look at the futures. Let's look at the individual currencies. And why did I do that? So that you can see the difference between the strengths and weaknesses that are at play here. All right. Now, this is Dixie. This is the US dollar index. Okay. Weighted against a basket of other US dollar weighted against a basket of other currencies. But generally speaking, you look at the Dixie to gauge US dollar strength, right? And what you can see is that the US dollar was in this this trading range for quite a while. All right, we're on a 4-hour chart, and you can see how it finally broke this doggone trading range. All right, bullish, nice and strong. We dilly-dallied here, grabbed up some more liquidity, right? Market makers generated more liquidity, taking out the highs, taking out the highs, taking out the highs, still. All right. What are we looking at? All right. After every impulse, after every break of structure, a pullback of some kind of retracement is expected. All right. And that could come down to the root here, because what are we looking at? Something I always point out. This was supply. All right. That was supply. Price came up, reacted to it, and then broke through. What do I like to do? I like that reaction. I make note of it, because if price returns back here, because this is a valid zone of supply that left an imbalance that broke a pivotal high, something that's important, like a structural high, like a higher high, or in that regard, a higher high, higher low. All right, when it breaks structure, this makes for a high probability long position. If price comes back down here, fills in this gap, the fair value gap, and then takes off. All right, this is unmitigated. We're looking for unmitigated, imbalanced zones of demand in this case. This is a supply to demand flip. Got it? See, we dallied here. The US dollar is still strong, all right, gaining strength and all. All right, we're looking for a pullback. Now, it could come back to here. All right, it could come just here and then continue higher. All right, no problem. I'm thinking that it will take out the liquidity leading into this zone of supply. Zone of demand, for it to take off. All right. So that's one of the criteria that I look for when it comes to the supply and demand zones. I want to see an imbalance. I want to see that it has accomplished something. Okay. I want to see inducements. I want to see liquidity being taken on the way into this any zone of supply or demand. All right, this one checks that box, right? So we're looking for a pullback of some kind, whether it's a shallow pullback here or a better, more profound pullback here. All right, there's a lot of momentum in this that impulse, and you see price generating here, so and still bullish. So the possibility that the pullback could be shallow is there. Let's go take a look at the CAD. All right, just the opposite, right? What do we see? Again, another zone broken. This was a zone of demand, right? Price comes down, gives a reaction, and then breaks through. What do I wait for? I wait for price to come back to the extreme of the reaction. All right. this is a high probability short. That's it. And why do I like this zone? Why do I like the zone? Why? First of all, this is a pivotal low that it broke, a pivotal zone of demand. Why? Because it broke this high. It broke structure. That's one. All right. When price breaks that's doing something. It's demonstrating that price wants to go lower. Boom. Right. Also, once it made that supply, it left that doggone imbalance. Very important. Very important. We got these the top of these wicks. We got what do you call it? Liquidity. All right. So when price comes in, it can grab liquidity. It can fill in the gap, and it's going to test or mitigate, excuse me, this unmitigated order block. So we're looking for a pullback, and then more weakness, more declines in this market. All right, the exact opposite of what we see with the US dollar, right? Are you following me so far? Good, because I'm about to tie it all together in a pretty bow for you. Okay, let's go to the US dollar CAD. Boom. All right. What do we see? I just want to point it out so we can see it clearly. All right. Price has been bearish. The US dollar has been weak against the CAD for quite some time, and looks like we had a basing out here and then a breakout of this trading range. Breakout, nice momentum. What made the price pull up there? All the way over here to the left, we ran into a zone of demand, right? Easy. Boom. Now, we could easily say that this was the zone here, all right? The whole zone, the wick demand, as I like to call it, all right? But on the 4 hour, you can see we are able to refine. We're able to refine it to the nitty gritty, all right? Just that zone. Just that zone. How do I know? Because price hit there, right to the midpoint, right exactly to the midpoint, to the pip. All right. I always talk about that 50% mark of your order of your supply and demand zones. That 50% mark, the means threshold, median threshold, excuse me, is very important. Okay. Now, and you see the reaction here. What did we do in this reaction? Ha. Why am I saying ha? All right. You can see this candle was not a part of the down move. That inside candle here. All right. I marked the top of those when we see a down move to the low. All right. If price breaks that high, then we see a change of character. All right. What do I look for in a change of character? I'm looking for price to come back down into this area to test, to mitigate a zone of demand, an unmitigated zone of demand. But price had a very shallow pullback and then up. That was a little frustrating. All right, but it's all good, because what happens is you still mark where the zones are, where the unmitigated zones are. This one is unmitigated. I like this one. Why? Because you got to mark these. It's too important. I'm gonna wrap this up for you. If I can just get this over there and clean up. All right, now you got to mark these. Boom. I like this zone here. Why? Look at the imbalance. Come on, if you can just work with me. All right, there's an imbalance here. Price came back to fill that imbalance, still leaving a little bit here, right? Leading into an unmitigated zone of demand. All right, if we go up top here, boom, you see this sell to buy move, sell to buy wicks. I told you before, lower time frames, there's a lot of demand in here. All right, this is the beginning of the zone, being that this is the area, this is the where the fair value gap starts, right? So this will be the beginning of my zone, all right? You could refine it. You can refine your demand to here. Sure you can. But what price tends to do sometimes, all right? Price tends to do sometimes, when it pulls back, it'll stop right here. All right, because this is where the fair value gap is filled. And sometimes it'll take right off. All right. I take the whole zone. All right. And I monitor as soon as price hits this. I start to monitor for bullish price action. All right. That's why I said this from the beginning, that this is kind of nuanced, because what you have to watch is if price, you see, you got two good valid areas to watch. From here, what did price accomplish? It came up, you know, it's closer to the origin than this one is. This is observational, all right, as ICT would call it, or decisional, as some other communities tend to call it. This is the order block that may intercept this one. All right, they're both valid. All right, you want to make sure you're picking a demand zone that has accomplished something, has imbalance, has points to take liquidity on the way to it. All right, you have the same thing up here. All right, you got an imbalance, you have points of liquidity on the way to it, and it has broken from here. From here, it has broken structure to the upside. All I'm doing is waiting for the pullback. Now, let me tell you this. This could spoil the party right here. All right. Because there's some volume, some momentum going up. All right. I'm thinking that just like if you remember what we saw in the USDCAD futures and the Dixie, all right, the US dollar index, you remember that there are areas where a more shallow pullback could happen and a continuation of the momentum. All right, just keep your eye out for them. All right, I'm not taking a trade up here. That's just me. You can take it if you want to. This is 4 hour. There's a lot of pips to get. All right, look for bullish price action here. What is that about? You can look for bullish price action here, and it could happen. I'm not taking that. All right, I'm taking it for one good. I'm waiting patiently for one good reason only. If I could just do this, use your Fibonacci retracement tool. This is your trading range, top, bottom, and this is your equilibrium. All right, this is your premium prices. This is your discount prices. You want to take your long positions down here beyond the 50% mark. All right, what do I look for? I look for at least a 61 golden ratio pullback. I'm looking for that 62% pullback. Here's the deal though. Where are my zones at? Look at the 50% right here, right? And where's this zone? Right in this nitty gritty, right in the nitty gritty. That area could hold price. It could hold price. It's a what do you call it? Nuanced situation over here, because price could come here, all right, into the demand of this wick. I don't think it will. I don't think it gets past. I'm not sure if it gets past this this zone here. But if it does, if it comes all the way down here, a better price. This is the best price, of course. All right, this is the best price to catch it. What you're looking for is the price action once price hits your POIs. All right, for me, this won't be an option. Okay, this won't be an option for me. On the lower time frames, it may prove to show something there. You know what I mean? I'm not too keen on it. There is a bullish, yeah, there is a zone. There is a real zone here, a real order block here that could do something. Say, yeah, you know what? I'm putting this on the list. But you see how the good price action, the efficiency of the price action, you know, how price came back, didn't leave much of a fair value gap, not much of an imbalance to rebalance. So, and we have relative equal lows here. Yeah, I'm you know, I don't know about that one. All right, I'm looking for a bigger pullback, and I'm turning you on to it. I'm hoping that price comes back, takes out these the liquidity on the way down into here. What does that mean? Into the zone. Okay. Into the zone here, and then gives us a nice push. All right. If it gets past this zone, no problem. I'll take it. I'll take that hit, and I'll wait till it comes down here. Filling in the gap, taking the liquidity, giving us the best price. Boom. No problem. Just watch for the price action. Once price hits those POIs. I hope that you've learned something. I hope that you see value in my videos. All right. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe and do comment. Tell me what you think about the breakdown. And if this is something that interests you, make this kind of analysis interests you, come on down and join us at Lions Den FX. All right. We're having the whole of April free. That's it. All right. The whole of April free. Just come on in, sign up, check us out. All right. Go through the free Telegram. All right. Go through the free Telegram and then direct message, DM Drunken Monkey, and come on in to the Discord. That's it. All right. I will see you in the next video. Check out these 2 videos that are up on your screen right now. And let's see what we can get to end the week with a bang.